Hey, what is going on everyone, it's Flaming here, and today we're going to be continuing the journey to talk about my top 10 favorite Pokemon from each region. And today we're going to be covering the Kalos region. Now Kalos is actually a really good region. The games are super underrated in my opinion, but the things that I really like about Kalos is the anime, which is probably my favorite Pokemon anime series. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into today's video. Number 10. Zygarde. At the number 10 spot we have Zygarde. Now Zygarde has a really cool design, and I'm counting all of its forms. I love how Zygarde 10% has a dog design, Zygarde 50% is the original, and Zygarde 100% looks really cool. Although it didn't get its separate game, being Pokemon Z, at least it was in Sun and Moon, and the arc in Pokemon XYZ was really good. Number 9. Gogoat. At the number 9 spot we have Gogoat. Now I wanted to use Gogoat in my first playthrough of X and Y, but I didn't use it because I used Chestnut as I played Sun before X, and I used Ash Greninja in my playthrough of Sun, so that's why I used Chestnut instead, as I do prefer to use Pokemon I haven't used before. So Gogoat has a really cool design. It's simple and I'm a big fan of goats in general, which is why I love this Pokemon a lot. Number 8. Heliolisk. At the number 8 spot we have Heliolisk. Now I used Heliolisk on my team in X, and I really liked using it. It's a great electric type and Helioptile is really cute. Heliolisk has a really cool cry, but the thing I hate about this Pokemon is its typing. Electric makes sense, but there's no need for the normal type, as it really doesn't look like a normal type, and it just makes it weak to fighting, which in my opinion is unnecessary and unneeded. Number 7. Aegis Lash. At the number 7 spot we have Aegis Lash. Now I love this Pokemon's design. It looks really cool and I love both its shield and sword forms. Aegis Lash's typing is also Rex Kalos when I used it on my team, as it is extremely useful and just set up a sword stance and you basically dominate anything, and it's just such a good and broken Pokemon to use in a playthrough. Number 6. Talonflame. At the number 6 spot we have my second favorite regional bird, Talonflame. Now the design is just awesome. It's a really cool looking raven bird, and the fire type makes it even cooler. Talonflame was just so much fun to use in a playthrough and I loved using it. In fact, I used this thing even more than the start Pokemon I had, which was Chestnut, and I already had it fully evolved on the 3rd gym, which was just insane, and I just saw it sweeping Karina's team. Number 5. Hawlucha. At the number 5 spot we have Hawlucha. Now recently Hawlucha replaced Lucario and became my favorite fighting type. I love the mantra design it has, and Flying Press is a really cool and interesting move, as it's both a fighting and flying type move, which I have not seen on any other Pokemon. Hawlucha was also really cool in the anime, as I loved its personality a lot on Ash's team. I just wish that he used it more, as it barely got any screen time, especially at the end of XY to the start of XYZ. Number 4. Noburn. At the number 4 spot we have Noburn. Now Noburn is my 3rd favorite dragon type. Its design is super cool and I liked Ash's Noburn quite a bit, even though not a lot of people liked it because of its losses. Like, yeah, Noburn barely had any battles, but it wasn't too bad in all of its matches besides against Alan, but that's really it. Unfortunately in X and Y, Noburn is only available after you beat the Elite Four, but hey, at least it's early to get an Ultra Sun and Moon, which you can pretty much get before the first Grand Trial. Number 3. Sylveon. At the number 3 spot we have my second favorite fairy type, being Sylveon. Sylveon has a really cool design. I love it and I also love its shiny. Sylveon is also my favorite fairy type, and honestly I could see it as being the fairy type mascot. I also love how Serena in the XY anime had one, as it fitted her so well, and Sylveon was really cool to use in my playthrough of X and Y. A lot of people complain saying that Sylveon is hard to get as it evolves through friendship, but I think it isn't too hard to get. Number 2. Goodra. At the number 2 spot we have Goodra. Now Gumi is extremely cute, as it's just one blob, and I wish we could have seen it in Detective Pikachu along with Goodra, which I did make a video of that. There should be like an iCard up here or something. Speaking of Goodra, Goodra has a really cool design. It's one of my favorite dragon types, and I love how Ash's Goodra turned from a little crybaby to a powerhouse on his team. Kind of like his Gliscor, to be honest. It is sad that he released it, but I did enjoy the time that Goodra had on his team, plus it did return again for the Kalos League and the Zygarde arc. The only problem with Goodra is that in the games it's so hard to evolve as you need to evolve it in the rain. Number 1. Greninja. And my favorite Kalos Pokemon and my favorite Pokemon of all time right now to me is Greninja. Now Greninja has an incredible design, an incredible anime appearance, incredible form, and it's really good to use in Smash. I loved using Greninja in my playthrough of Pokemon Sun, and Ash Greninja is such a cool concept and it's just so epic in my opinion. Unfortunately, just like Goodra, Ash released Greninja, but it definitely is one of my favorite Pokemon that Ash has ever owned, and currently my favorite Pokemon of all time. So yeah, that is today's video. Kalos actually has some Pokemon I did not expect to like that much. Like wow, this region has some really great Pokemon. Next month, Sword and Shield come out, which means that it would be time to cover the Gen 7 Pokemon next month. So do look forward to that. If you enjoyed today's video, then leave a like, subscribe, follow me on all my social medias, link in the description below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.